Tension has been rising across the northern part of the country as security forces suddenly intensified their operations, moving with speed, confidence, and a level of coordination that caught many people by surprise. Everywhere you turn, from the roads to the small communities, people have been talking about the heavy presence of security officers, the movement of military vehicles, and the sound of aircraft flying low as the forces try to dismantle dangerous hideouts and restore peace. And if you're watching this right now, please take 1 second to like this video and subscribe, because updates like this only get better when you support the channel. The situation started quietly at first. People noticed more checkpoints, more patrol vans, and more tactical units taking positions. At the beginning, some thought it was just routine. But as hours passed, it became clear that something bigger was going on. The security forces launched a series of coordinated actions aimed at stopping the activities of violent groups operating in certain northern states. These groups have been causing fear for years, so seeing the military move with this level of seriousness created a wave of reactions. Some residents felt hopeful, saying maybe this is the beginning of real change, while others felt nervous because sudden operations can bring tension, especially when communities don't have full information about what is happening. As more troops moved in, reports began to circulate that several hideouts had been discovered, with security teams pushing deeper into areas that were previously too risky. People who lived near some of those zones said they saw helicopters hovering, armored vehicles passing, and officers communicating actively as they advanced. For many watchers, this was a clear signal that the government wants to send a strong message that peace must return. And my people watching this gist, I beg, before you continue, tap the like button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps the channel a lot. Drivers traveling through some routes mentioned that they were stopped for proper checks. Some markets closed earlier than usual because people were unsure what the night might bring. Parents rushed home to stay close to their children, and many communities stayed indoors earlier than normal because once you see heavy operations, you know everybody wants to stay safe. But even with the tension, there's also this quiet kind of relief, like people are thinking, at last, something is happening. The forces did not only focus on one spot, they expanded the operations across multiple zones, showing they were going after different groups at the same time. This surprised the violent groups because they were not expecting such a fast and well-coordinated push. Some criminals tried to escape, some abandoned their hideouts, and some were captured. Every time the forces made progress, the news spread fast, and people in different states kept calling their relatives asking, "Please, is everything okay there?" Because when one part of the north feels heat, the whole region pays attention. But something interesting also happened. In some of the communities where operations took place, residents said they noticed unusual movement among the criminals before the operations started. It's like the criminals sensed something was coming because they began relocating, hiding, or trying to blend into the population. Security forces know these tactics very well, so the sudden operation was partly meant to prevent the criminals from escaping before the crackdown reached them. Now, while all of this was happening, the military made efforts to assure communities that civilians would be protected. And this brought a little comfort to people who were scared. Still, you know how it is. Whenever military jets fly low, people run inside. Children cry, some shops close, and you can almost feel the air change. But once the jets pass and things calm down again, the conversation continues. Will this operation finally bring peace? Will it reduce attacks? Will it make our roads safer? Those are the questions northern residents have been asking the most. If you're still watching, my friend, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me continue giving you real-time style gist just like this. Another thing people noticed in the middle of all this was the cooperation between different security units. You could see military teams, police units, and other tactical squads working side by side. This doesn't happen all the time, so when people see it, they know something serious is going on. Joint operations usually mean the intelligence gathered is strong, the targets are important, and the government is pushing for visible results. At the same time, Families living near the affected areas kept updating each other. In some towns, you would hear people saying things like, "Don't pass that road today," or "Soldiers are moving there, just stay calm and stay inside." Because once tension starts, community updates spread faster than the radio. But all these reactions show how invested people are. Because for years, many northern communities have been praying for a day when security forces would take bold action to restore calm. Economically, the operations also had an effect. Traders who normally stay till late decided to pack up earlier. Transport fares rose slightly in some areas, and commercial drivers adjusted their routes to avoid places where movement was restricted. But even with these inconveniences, many people said they were willing to endure temporary discomfort if it leads to lasting safety. People just want to live normal lives without fear. And let me not lie, the gist has been moving fast across social media. Videos of military trucks passing, security officers taking positions, and communities reacting have been everywhere. But one thing I always tell viewers is this: confirm whatever you see. Not every video online shows the real place or the real situation. So if you're watching this gist right now, please like this video, subscribe, and stay informed the right way. Another important part of the story is how some communities reacted emotionally. Some people said they felt safer seeing the presence of the military because it means the government has not forgotten them. Others felt anxious because sudden operations sometimes bring unexpected changes. But at the end of the day, everyone wants the same thing: peace. Peace to go to work. Peace to travel. Peace to sleep at night without fear. And that is why these operations have been a major topic everywhere.